What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of In today's episode, we've got some stories to talk about. In case you aren't subscribed, you definitely should do so. Subscribe down there, hit the bell to get all notifications. That way you'll always be notified and get the FORNEVERNEWS. I got all the scoop. Definitely subscribe, hit that bell, and enjoy. Okay, people, for starters, we got an update on the whole Mappa situation. The director of Chainsaw Man came out recently and spoke of some stuff regarding animators. So we're gonna talk about that. We got the weekly Shonen magazine author comments, always a spicy one. We got a couple of pieces of Dandadan news. Dandadan is a manga by one of the former assistants to the Chainsaw Man author's manga. We got total sales for a few different series, including Blue Lock, Kaiju number 8 tearing it up, and the legendary Black Lagoon. So we're gonna dive into all of those, see where they're at. We got a ton of Boruto stuff, including spoilers for the upcoming episodes, their titles. We got some stuff for the manga. We got character design for a character that a lot of people are highly anticipating, but unfortunately it doesn't look the greatest, so we're gonna dive into that. We got an announcement for Jump Festa 2022, the top 50 selling manga of the previous week. We got a story, and a very embarrassing and very horrible story for Hunter x Hunter's manga. We're gonna talk about it, and yeah. We got the winner of the Shonen Jump reality show, a little bit of news coming out of that. A big story regarding Demon Slayer's anime and how it has basically been holding up the physical anime industry in 2021. Yeah, 2 years after the initial run. Like, we're gonna talk about that. That is insane. We got some stuff for My Hero Academia, including a little bit of a teaser. We got some stuff for One Piece, including these shorts called We Are One. Jump Carnival. A big update for my manga, The Evolution of Autumn Walters. Really excited to talk to you guys about that. Major update for Attack on Titan final season part 2, the finale. When can you expect it? We got the weekly Shonen Jump author comments, an update on a very bizarre Rooster manga. Yeah, we'll talk. And a first look at the Cowboy Bebop live action TV series that is coming to Netflix. And yeah, people, those are the stories we have for today. Without further ado, let's jump into another exciting episode of the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so first up, we got an update on Studio Mappa. Y'all know that there was a whole bunch of stuff that came out recently regarding Studio Mappa, that they were paying ridiculously low rates, and it was just a bad working environment in general. Then Studio Mappa replied and said that they opened up a whole new studio that was going to have all sorts of accommodations, which really just sounded like they were trying to have more around-the-clock working. Like, it was just a whole bunch of chaos going on. Well, apparently the director of the Chainsaw Man anime that works at Studio Mappa came out and said that he needs more animators, which is kind of crazy. Let's take a look. But at the same time, not really crazy, because that probably means maybe a lot of people walked out. But yeah, let's read. Chainsaw Man director looking for new animators to train up at Mappa by offering full benefits. Yesterday, Chainsaw Man director Ryu Nakayama released a blog post on his Fanbox account announcing that anime studio Mappa is actively recruiting new animators for the Chainsaw Man team and train them up. While this is nothing out of the ordinary for the anime industry, especially for a prolific anime studio like Mappa, the posting reveals that it will be a contract position at the studio with room to become a full-time employee with full employment benefits, including a monthly salary. Nakayama explained in the blog post that while he's a freelancer working with Mappa, he's working with the producers to train up new animators to cultivate new talent to work inside his team for a long time, which shows in the employment outline at the end of the article. Mappa are looking for an unspecified amount of people for the trainee position, which is welcoming people graduating next April and mid-career to apply, though they have to live in Japan and be able to travel to the new Ogikubo studio where Chainsaw Man is being produced. Nakayama wants the new staff members to be able to produce layouts and animation like the Chainsaw Man teaser trailer by the end of their 2 years. The starting salary is $2,102 per month, with raises once a year in July based on performance and a bonus in March depending on how business is going. 2 days per week are allowed to be taken off. This usually means the weekend, as well as all public holidays, Obon, and year end. Parental and condolence leave are offered as well. All national social security, pension, and insurance are offered, along with a commuting allowance of up to 30,000 yen, about $273, and family allowance, which is usually 10,000 yen, about $91 for a non-working spouse, and 4,000 yen, $36 per child. The allowances are usually on top of the monthly pay. The contract is for 2 years with a trial period of 2 months. After 2 years, based on performance and such, the trainee can become a full-time employee. The difference between a contract employee and a full-time employee in Japan means that the full-time employee basically has a forever contract, with it being insanely difficult for the business to fire them. An opening like this is nearly unheard of in anime, especially for trainees, with most studios only using freelancers for key animation or very short-term contracts. Only a few studios like Kyoto Animation, Toei Animation, and Studio Ghibli have been known to have salaried animation staff on their book. To compare, for new hires, not trainees, Toei Animation offers a base monthly salary of about $2,131, with Kyoto Animation offering a base of 172,000 yen, about $1,567 per month, though could be higher per hours worked and increases to 202,000 yen, about $1,841 for full-time employees, and Studio Ghibli offering 200,000 yen, $1,823. It should be noted that Kyoto Animation is in the Uji near Kyoto, which has a much lower cost of living than Tokyo, where the other studios are located. Applications for the position are only open to those living in Japan, though Nakayama does mention that animators overseas can shoot him an email with their portfolio to work as freelancers on Chainsaw Man. And by the way, this was courtesy of Crunchyroll. Shout outs to them, this article. This is interesting. I'm glad that it seems like for the first time since I've been doing this, that the internet making some noise, talking about injustice, bringing up the injustices that is going on in the anime industry, has made some form of progress. Is this the greatest start in the world? No. Should these people be getting, like, for example, I saw one of the salaries is like $1,500 a month, like $1,500 a month, and they working like 80 hours a week. No, that's not great by any means. Don't get me wrong, it's a step up from, I heard like years ago, some people getting $900 a month working those crazy hours, but still $1,500, even $2,000 for all of the work that entails along with it isn't the greatest in the world. And I'm sure with the new studio that they built, which is where they're trying to lure them, they're probably going to be working damn near around the clock. They're basically going to be living at work and getting that salary. So while, yeah, it is a step up, it's a step in the right direction that they're offering contracts, offering some benefits and things like that. That's a good sign. Still, ultimately, they should be getting double that. They should be getting $4,000 a month at the very least for all of the work that they're putting in, the blood, sweat, and tears, the constant, that is very, very hard work to be hunched over all day, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, like all sorts of crazy hours drawing. That is no easy feat. I think that, again, I'm happy to hear we made some noise. Some changes started to be made. They're trying to do, better to a certain degree, but there's still a long road ahead to get to where it should be. Like, I'm a person that I appreciate art to an insane level, and I think artists deserve the world. So to hear this, it's like, it's a step up, but yeah, we got a ways to go. Either way, shout outs to each and every person that, contributed to making some noise, to showing Mappa that we're not going to stand for this, and it could get to a point where people start falling off of giving a shit about, some of these series if these studios don't get themselves some act right. So step in the right direction. Let's keep pushing the envelope, because we got a long way to go. Like, these prices, these living wages still aren't by any means great, especially considering the workload. Next up, we got the weekly Shonen magazine author comments. Starting off, we got Ken Wakui, author of Tokyo Revengers, said, "My assistant had a hand on the bike design that Fukushima did on YouTube. The dedication is amazing." Yeah, I would have liked to hear more about like the bike design for Mikey's bike or something, but that's cool too. Obviously, I'm not caught up with the manga or anything like that, if that's what he's referring to. Hiro Mashima, author of Fairy Tail Eden Zero, said, "Yoshikawa's working on a weekly and monthly serial simultaneously. If I am to give my expert advice, I say you are very likely to break down in tears during the first month." Wow, holy shit. Like, damn, like, keeping it real though. At the end of the day, working on manga is crazy, and the fact that he even said that makes me wonder what his life is like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hear that he does these little things like, plays video games and stuff like that, but I could only imagine that that's probably why he has this outrageously large staff, because he probably can't handle all of it. Like, having, he does Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, Eden Zero, designing video games, designing the Eden Zero video games. Like, this man is constantly working. That's probably why he's giving a warning. Yeah, this is a lot of work. Doing all of these serializations is going to bring you down. Moving forward, we got George Morikawa. He said, on summer nights, by the way, author of Hajime no Ippo, on summer nights with perfect timing, my right hook scatters flowers, which George Morikawa, if I'm not mistaken, he also has a boxing gym himself. Like, he actually is into the sport. He doesn't just, you know, draw manga about it, which is kind of dope. And by the way, Miki Yoshikawa, if I'm not mistaken, is, now that I'm looking at it, the author of A Couple of Cuckoos. So that's probably the person that he was giving the advice to, Hidomashima. Moving forward, author of Fire Force, Atsushi Okubo, said, I've gotten hooked on trying the cleaning methods I see on YouTube. Knowing what ideas to use that actually work is important. Okay, Atsushi Okubo, keep on watching YouTube, lad. Come watch some of my videos, mate. Even though I unfortunately don't talk about Fire Force as much as I wish I could. But yeah, then we got Nakaba Suzuki, the author of Four Nights of the Apocalypse and former author of The Seven Deadly Sins. A PlayStation 4 will do, but I really want to play Far Cry 6. I may have sort of given up on 5 though. Well, yeah, it's still ridiculous. Which, this is the worst. Honestly, this might be the worst console cycle of all damn time. Like, why are we still, like, I get it, pandemic. Yeah, okay, all right. But like, fam, they making it that the PS5 is like the most hardest thing to get in the world. Even though, you know, like, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but like, I got it on launch, but that was because I was like a hawk the night that pre-orders went up, and I was hitting every site like a madman. Everybody ain't doing that. Like, and you think he's gonna put down drawing his manga at the time, what, the Four Nights of the Apocalypse, he's gonna put that shit down like, oh, work ain't important, I need to start clicking on links. No. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, this kind of brought upon a rant from me that the PS5, this life cycle in general of consoles is like, yeah, for now, just again, stick with the PS4 Pro, get the 5 whenever it's like readily available, and there's actually some games too. But yeah, people, those were the weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Pretty cool stuff. Next up, we got a few pieces of Dandadan news. Again, Dandadan is from an assistant, former assistant, shall I say, to the author of Chainsaw Man, Tatsuki Fujimoto. He worked on Chainsaw Man. According to this, and this was, by the way, posted by the editor of Dandadan, who is, again, the English version of Dandadan will be starting on Monday. Dear English readers, I hope you enjoy reading this occult battle love action manga. I'd be happy if people all over the world could read this manga, and as of you watching this video, it is officially out on Manga Plus, all 21 chapters translated. For me, I read, I want to say a handful or so. I can't really remember how many chapters I read. I have to go back and watch my video to see where I left off at, but yeah, I had stopped reading it because they announced it was coming to Manga Plus and, you know, to the Western official translations, because it was ridiculous trying to find the translated, you know, fan subs and shit like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll wait. Now the time has come. I know what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be reading some Dandadan, because the chapters that I did read were freaking insane. This author knows what's good, and I'm really, really excited. Yeah, and I want to say it's also on the website for Shonen Jump. It's not on the Shonen Jump app, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's on the web browser version of Shonen Jump. I could be wrong on that one though, but it is 100% for sure. I already checked on Manga Plus. You can go read it right now. I highly, highly, highly recommend it, especially if you like something like Chainsaw Man, kind of edgy but crazy and all that stuff. Go read Dandadan. Shit is really, really, really good. Really, really good. Like, really good. And also in Dandadan news, like I'm telling you, it's really good. Dandadan by Tatsu Yukinobu has achieved second place in Sugi ni Kuru Manga Award 2021. Rightfully so, fam. Get them shits already, fam. We 21 chapters deep and we already getting it. Not to mention the manga selling pretty damn well. Like, oh, Dandadan, the time will come. Once this gets an anime, pooh, gets a good studio, pooh, it's the fuck up out of here. Which, honestly, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, Studio Mappa should probably be, if they're doing Chainsaw Man, they might as well follow up when Dandadan, you know, it's time. Maybe they could get it. But, you know, there's a few other studios out there, maybe Bones, depending if they want to pull their head out of their ass from what they're doing in My Hero Academia. Did I say that? Oh! But yeah, shout outs to Dandadan. The manga, again, available on Manga Plus now, 21 chapters, also winning an award or getting second place, which is still fucking amazing. It's a brand new manga. Like, Dandadan greatness, baby. The time is here. Next up, we got a few series updates for their manga sales. For starters, we got Blue Lock. It says Blue Lock has 4.8 million copies of the manga in circulation. The anime was just announced, so by the time the anime comes, if it just got announced, let's just say we get maybe winter to spring of next year. Release, I want to say somewhere probably around there. We'll probably be at like 7 or 8 million if we're almost at 5 now. So I could see about 2 to 3 more million coming in between now and then. And yeah, I keep on saying it, for sports anime, it looks like this is going to be the next up. I think the only other one which is kind of funny, like there's Blue Lock, and then the sports series from Shonen Jump Shueisha is Blue Box. Like that might give it a run for its money for the next up, but this is way ahead of it, and it already has, again, 5 million in circulation. Blue Lock is probably going to be next up to just dominate sports, and I'm looking forward to it. 4.8 million, let's go. Then we got Black Lagoon. According to this, it says Black Lagoon by Rei Hiro has 8.5 million copies, including digital, in circulation for volumes 1 through 12. So we got 8.5 mil, which I definitely feel like Black Lagoon should have had more. Like I think it probably would have had more if it continued on, because Black Lagoon is so fucking amazing. Like Revy, oh my god, Revy! But still, 8.5 million, really dope. Legendary series, only 12 volumes, that's crazy. But then again, the author, how many chapters? I want to say he's probably released only a handful between now and 2010. So like, yeah, he's only, and we also covered recently that, you know, he was battling depression the last decade, so that adds up. Still, congrats, 8.5 million. Black Lagoon deserves so much more though. Such a great story, badass story. And then Kaiju number 8, this one right here, breakout success. Kaiju number 8 has reached 4 million copies in circulation, and I think it has, what, how many volumes out by now? Like, it doesn't have that many volumes. I think it has 4 if I'm not mistaken. That is fucking crazy. Shonen Jump Plus is the future, fam. Spy X Family and Kaiju number 8 dominating 4 million, 4 milli. Oh my god, Kaiju number 8 is going to be huge. Another one, like, god damn, the plus is really shining bright this year. Big shout outs to that. Again, I have a couple of recommendation videos on Kaiju number 8. If you want, go look them up, check them out, because yeah, I give you the ins and outs on why this shit is awesome, and it's next up. Moving forward, we got a few different pieces of Boruto news. For starters, we got a little bit of a glimpse, a little preview text for the upcoming chapter of Boruto 62, so you might want to just skip to the anime portion of this if you're not wanting to get, like, you know, spoilers for the Boruto manga. According to this, it says the V-Jump back page preview for chapter 62 says Kawaki and Code are finally confronting one another, standing face to face. What will Boruto do at that moment? More than likely, he's gonna probably run out of his crib, because don't forget, there's people that are watching, like, you know, they got the Leaf Shinobi that are watching them, fodder ass ninjas and shit like that. He's probably gonna come out. Maybe a fight is going to ensue, but shit is about to erupt. Like, any second now, if the big threat, the big villain is there, any second shit is about to go down. And not to mention, you got Sasuke in the village right now. It's going to get crazy. But yeah, nothing too grand for this preview text, because we know that, you know, Code and Kawaki are about to face off, or about to run into each other. It's just a matter of what's going to happen. And then I guess it's kind of giving us an idea that Boruto is going to immediately get involved. It's not going to take a while for Boruto to get involved. I'm imagining if we're going to do a repeat of Naruto Part 1, this is probably going to be where Kawaki says, yo, Boruto, I'm leaving, bye. And then he's going to run after him, and we're going to have Kawaki! Like, yeah, Naruto versus Sasuke all over again. Then we got a couple of Boruto anime episode preview titles. It says, and these are courtesy of Organic Dinosaur, by the way, shout outs to her. A provisional title for Boruto anime Ep 215 is Prepared, which is the same title as chapter 49, which means that, yeah, we're about to get into the epic territories. But then also we got spoilers for the upcoming titles for 216 and 217. It says 216 is going to be called Sacrifice, and that'll be hitting on September 19th. This matches the title of manga chapter 51, and episode 217 is going to be called Resolve, and that'll hit September 26th. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's making me wonder, is Boruto gonna get hit with filler hell after, like, these next few episodes? Like, I could imagine probably 2022, unless Boruto goes on a big anime break or something like that. We're about to enter into what Naruto did after episode 134, Naruto versus Sasuke, where we had 135 through 220 all filler. Like, I think that Boruto for the next year or two after these episodes is going to go into straight filler. I think by the end of this year, the manga is going to go into the time skip, and the anime is going to continue on, and then, like, in a year or two, they're going to probably rebrand Boruto Shippuden or something like that. That's what I'm expecting, because they're going really, really quick. They're not even putting any real, like, you know, okay, a month of fillers or anything like that. Like, they're just going straight through. I could see that, yeah, we might be entering a huge amount of filler here soon, especially next year, because if this is going up to past chapter 51, we are only on chapter 61 right now. Like, we just released 61 a few days ago. We're going to be hitting filler really soon. And lastly, while we're on the topic of Boruto, recently in an issue of Weekly Shonen Jump magazine, a character design was revealed for an upcoming character, which is kind of a spoiler, but it's in the magazine, so it's the magazine that's spoiling you. It was for this character, Ishiki Otsutsuki, which we've kind of already been spoiled on his name. It's just the character design hasn't been revealed yet in the anime, and a lot of people, including myself, are saying that at the very least, this look at it looks really, really bad. Like, it just doesn't look great at all. The elegance is gone. Everything from the manga is gone. But we've seen before that when the character design was initially revealed for Kawaki, it looked bad in the magazine. But then when we got it on screen and moving around, Kawaki looks great on the anime. So I think that's going to be a similar case with this, that, yeah, the character design looks like shit in this image. He just kind of looks not good. But I think in the anime, he's going to look fantastic, hopefully. Because if not, this image looks freaking horrible. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Like, it has some of the essence in there, but it just looks so freaking plain. And I get it that maybe because if you look at it, it kind of looks a little bit like a complex thing to draw, like his abs and all the circles and shit like that. But I'm hoping that, again, the anime just does better, because this does not look great by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, people, next up, we got a little bit of an update for the upcoming Jump Festa 2022 celebration. In case you don't know about it, Jump Festa is Jump's biggest festival event that they do at the end of every year, and they title it for next year. So even though it's like 2021, it's technically Jump Festa 2022, because at the same time, their fiscal year usually ends in November for manga and entertainment and stuff like that in Japan. So November technically is 2022 for that whole realm. So it being hosted in December is technically Jump Festa 2022. But according to this, it says Jump Festa 2022 is officially confirmed and will be held in December 2021 this year, both virtually and in real life, because this past year it was a virtual event only. After, for many years it's been, people come in person and stuff like that, but it's going to be both, and it'll take place at Makuhari Messe Event Hall. More info, of course, will be coming, and this is where you'll expect big stuff such as trailers and things like that. I wonder what could be done at this point. Like, I'm guessing, unless it happens before then, that maybe like a Dragon Ball trailer might come out or something like that for the upcoming Dragon Ball superhero, super, whatever the fuck, the new movie that looks horrible from that little CGI preview or whatever. Like, I'm guessing we might get more of that. The Black Clover movie. We might get more of maybe the first trailer, who knows, for the upcoming Black Clover film. That'll be dope. So I can expect some trailers coming from that. But aside from that, maybe the Marshall anime might get announced, because Marshall right now is 70-something chapters. By the time that festival drops, it'll be around 80 to 90-something chapters. You figure another, like, what? We're in August, September, October, November, December. So yeah, about 20 more chapters. It'll be almost 90 chapters deep at that point. So yeah, you could probably expect a Marshall anime announcement potentially at that festival as well, which I'm excited for that. But yeah, Jump Festa 2022, they're going to do it in person, and it's been confirmed. Moving forward, we got the top 50 selling manga of the recent week. For starters, at 50, edging it out at the very end, The Elusive Samurai Volume 2 with 18,000 this week, bringing it to 71,000. So probably by the end of like its run, which is already going to get outranked next week. But I'm guessing that this volume will easily do 100K after like another month or two. But aside from that, looks like finally the Tokyo Revengers takeover is starting to leave from the bottom of the list at the very least, because everything else is like manga that I'm not too familiar with, minus Bungo Stray Dogs. I've heard of that before, and Tensei Shitara, I've seen that before. But yeah, looks like, okay, Elusive Samurai is really the only notable one that I'm familiar with in the top or the bottom 50. Then 40 to 31, we got, let's see, okay, Jujutsu Kaisen still hanging in there with volume 16 selling another 27,000 this week, 1.9, definitely hitting 2 mil within probably another 2 to 3 weeks at max, but before it drops out of the 50, I'm imagining it's going to hit 2 million. Then Kingdom with another 31,651,000 total. Marshall Volume 7, 35,000. So in 12 days, Marshall has sold 112,000. That's pretty freaking good. Tokyo Revengers 23, the latest volume, doing another 44,627,000 total. Dragon Ball Super's latest volume, 47,000 more, bringing it to 155. Like, that's a pretty good selling volume volume of Dragon Ball Super, if I do say so, to be honest. And it's weird that the latest volume of Tokyo Revengers is selling less at this point than some of the older ones, like volume 4, 51,000, but I guess like the back volumes is really going boom. And yeah, I was talking out my ass because it looks like a bunch of Tokyo Revenger volumes from 30 to 21 has occupied those slots. Like we got a few, like Grand Blue is in there. Okay, Dr. Stone with another 54,000, bringing it to 190, but majority is just Tokyo Revengers. Then 20 to 11, oh shit, yeah, I really talked out my ass. All from 20 to 11 is Tokyo Revengers again, and then the top 10, number 10 Tokyo Revengers, 9 Tokyo Revengers, 8 Tokyo Revengers. God damn it, these Tokyo Revengers. Yo, even the top 10 is almost completely comprised of Tokyo Revengers. I don't know what people would be talking out their ass, because on social media I see so many people down talking Tokyo Revengers as anime, but it's clear that this boom is happening solely because of the anime, because prior to this it only had like 4 million in sales. Like, people don't know what they be saying sometimes, honestly. But yeah, really dope stuff, Tokyo Revengers. And then of course coming in at numero uno, number 1, the latest volume of My Hero, volume 31, with again another 154,000, bringing its 12-day total to 533,000 copies. Shout outs to My Hero doing the damn thing. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Like, I can't believe Tokyo Revengers. What the fuck, man? That anime is doing amazing miracles for the freaking sales of this series. And shout outs to, again, Marshall still hanging in there. Dragon Ball Super, I'm very impressed with the sales of that volume. And yeah, it's the Tokyo Revenger bonanza. Next up, we got a very, I don't know if you call it embarrassing. I feel it's embarrassing. It's definitely a story, to say the least, because apparently, and this was on August 20th, so this was a few days ago at this point, but on August 20th, it was officially 1,000 days since Hunter x Hunter went on hiatus. So we went 1,000 days without a Hunter x Hunter chapter. I totally get all of Tagashi's health issues. I'm not, taking it apart. I'm not disregarding it by any means. But fam, end the series or get somebody else to do the drawing and you just write the script. Like, come on. Like, that's unfair to the fans. Like, I get it. Protect your health and all that shit. Get someone else to do the art. A lot of people criticize the art anyway, and I also get it that he has this internal conflict of he feels like he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing if he doesn't do it all. But fam, you're kind of being selfish at the cost of people that have been supporting this story. There's people that have been rocking out for this shit since what, 97 if I'm not mistaken, 98, somewhere around there that Hunter x Hunter began. Come on, fam. Do something. Either give, the art to hand over the art and you do the story for the rest of it, or something there, man. Or give a script, make a deal with Madhouse to bring it back, the anime. Something. I don't know what you can do, but this is, come on, 1,000 days, no chapters, when we just had the 2011 anime. Like, I almost feel like Tagashi promised them, because I remember when the 2011 anime was going, he came back with the manga for a little bit and then went on hiatus again. I feel like he made like some lies. He lied to Madhouse, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the manga and everything, don't worry. And then he did like, that ending that kind of feels like an ending, but then kept it going anyway. Maybe he just gave them like a word of, well, I'll put some type of ending so you guys can have some conclusive feel to it, but yo, this shit ain't ending for like another 20-30 years. I'm playing them again, I'm playing them all. Like, that's what I feel like with Tagashi. 1,000 days. Am I bugging here for saying like this is ridiculous? 1,000 days. Protect your health 100%, your mental health, your physical health, all of that stuff, but you gotta also protect the fans that have supported you. Like, I own every freaking volume of Hunter x Hunter, and it's just sitting there incomplete because this man refuses to allow somebody else. Sometimes you gotta let the burden off. I had a similar issue like him with, my videos. Like, I wanted to handle everything. I do everything, the editing, the thumbnails, filming, the notes. I did it all. And then little by little, I started realizing I'm gonna crash and burn, and it's gonna all go to ruins if I don't get a little help. And I did. I went and got a little bit, I got an editor that works for me and shit like that. Like, a little bit to let the load off, because if not, I was going to explode. Tagashi, you can keep doing this. Just write the story, hand the art. I remember his wife, they talked about maybe his wife could take over. She's the author of Sailor Moon, like something, but that's unacceptable. 1,000 days, no chapters. My heart goes out to the people that have been waiting. I ain't gonna lie, I stopped waiting a long time ago on Hunter x Hunter because I felt like, yeah, it's gonna end without ever having a conclusion, because Tagashi is a human being and human beings eventually go someday, hopefully in the distant future. But 1,000 days. Moving forward, y'all know that we recently talked about there being a reality show for Shonen Jump, trying to find like the next big mangaka, and that if they won, they would get an anime for their series, a prize, a cash cash prize, all sorts of stuff. Well, we actually got the winner and a little info on them. Let's read. Article courtesy of Crunchyroll. It says, Shonen Jump Netflix crowned their million tag manga creator winner. After battling it out in the manga space, the winner of the million tag manga creation battle web series was declared to be Beat and Motion by Naoki Fujita and edited by Shihei Lin, who edits Chainsaw Man and Spy X Family. That dude, he has amazing taste. The winner was chosen by a panel of judges, which included Chainsaw Man creator Tatsuki Fujimoto. Those lucky people got to meet Fujimoto. And Hell's Paradise Jigoku Raku creator Yuji Kaku, Netflix anime producer Kohei Obata, Shonen Jump Plus editor-in-chief Shuhei Hosono, and deputy editor-in-chief Yuta Momiyama. And there's the winner. The mangaka apparently probably didn't want to be seen, so they put a little, emoji sticker over their face, and they got the million tag award there. And also rough draft of Beat and Motion. You see the character, which I have no idea what this could be. It could probably be like a Bakuman type of story because they look like they're drawing manga. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what this guy has to offer in terms of, it looks like it's going to get serialized and it looks like it's going to get an anime adaptation by Netflix. So yeah, when you hear about Beat and Motion, you know the history of how that came about. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. And also it says Fujita was awarded 5 million yen, about $45,000. Damn, that's a really dope win for winning, as well as Beat and Motion getting serialized on Jump Plus and an anime adaptation of the work that will stream globally on Netflix in the future. Beat and Motion will also be released physically as a manga volume. The story came about as the final of 4 challenges in the web series. Million Tag had 6 teams of manga creators and editors who went up against each other in challenges to find the winner. Each episode was distributed on the Shonen Jump YouTube channel weekly in 8 episodes from July 2nd. I'm not gonna lie, when that comes out with the physical volumes and on Netflix and everything, I'm gonna check it out because I think that it's really cool that Shonen Jump did something like this. And to win a challenge and stuff, I'm not sure because, just being honest, I didn't get into the reality show yet. I'm gonna eventually go back and watch it because that just sounds so freaking up my alley and just of my interest in general. But yeah, shout outs to this dude. Beat in Motion, people, be on the lookout for it. Moving forward, we got a big story regarding Demon Slayer and apparently how the Demon Slayer anime has held up physical sales of anime in 2021, which is crazy to think about because Demon Slayer's anime came out how long ago? Already like 2 years. But then I guess we also had the movie recently. Let's read this article. Demon Slayer Mugen Train helped keep physical media afloat for anime in Japan in the first half of 2021. The Japanese entertainment business is going through a state of flux right now. With streaming becoming more commonplace in Japanese home and the virus in general, there was one bright star in the dimming view of physical releases in Japan for the first half of 2021, January to June. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train. Okay, so it's the Mugen Train that did it, which makes sense. While overall the sales of physical home releases were down for the first half of 2021, with rentals seeing the biggest drop at 53.8%, anime DVD and Blu-ray sales saw an increase of 57.5% to individuals for $237 million, making up around 37.5% of the total market. This is mostly thanks to Mugen Train, who sold over 1.3 million copies in the first few days near the end of the reporting period. The overall physical release market dropped 2.7% to about $633 million, of which DVDs made up 30.2 billion yen, about $273 million, down 11.5% from the year before, with Blu-ray making up $359.75 million of the total, up 5.3% from the first half of 2020. The biggest section of the market was Japanese anime, overtaking Japanese music for the first time. The biggest drop was in sales to rental stores, with a 53.8% drop from the last year for a total of $63 million. Even anime wasn't immune from this, with the anime portion of rentals dropping 52% to $11.4 million. Foreign animation such as Disney also saw a huge drop to $6.8 million, only a mere fraction of what Japanese anime brings in. Both of those statistics could be attributed to the rise of streaming services during the virus pandemic, especially Disney Plus for foreign animation, which has hits such as Frozen included with the base streaming rate. Purchasing of physical media in Japan has been decreasing year on year for a while now, and with a majority of the sectors being affected, it is no surprise that the sectors are pivoting to new options, though it's always good to see anime on top. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it is sad to say, but I've come to the acceptance that eventually physical media is going to die out. There will be a time where we no longer go to the stores to buy Blu-rays and DVDs. People are actually going to look at us and say we're weird. Like, you used to do that? Why? When it's on, I could just stream it all. That's where we're going to come to as a society at some given point. And it's a shame. I love owning my shit. And on top of that, a lot of these titles eventually will be pulled off of said, streaming service, and then you'll not be able to watch it. It'll be basically like, hey, how can I watch this? It doesn't exist anymore. So I'm still on board about buying physical media, especially like video games. That's something I hate buying digitally. But in particular with anime and manga, I try my best to buy the physicals when I can, because it's also a great feeling still to own them. Like, I'm always torn between, like, on one hand, like, the clutter of owning so much shit does get overwhelming, but then on the other hand, I want to support this industry I love, and I like owning a physical product. But yeah, shout outs to Demon Slayer Mugen Train holding it down for physical media sales in Japan of anime. Next up, we got a couple of pieces of My Hero Academia news, in particular regarding the anime. It says My Hero Academia producer teases upcoming Villain Academia arc and key animation ahead of the first episode. So this article and this news was before the first episode of My Villain Academia came out. Producer Yoshihiro Oyabu at Bones, who works on the My Hero Academia anime franchise, released some key animations of the villains that will be taking over the show for the much hyped arc. And you just see a little bit of Toga, Shigaraki, Dabi. So, they were hyping it up. But the big thing about it is, I guess the second piece of news regarding all this is that one of the people on the staff, I'm not 100% sure if it's the director or who it is, but somebody that's on the staff, definitely confirmed they're on the staff, came out and talked about some of the changes that is happening to the My Hero Academia anime. At R_Iwasaki said, "Thank you for watching. For convenience, there are some differences from the original. I wanted to eat the dead tree and throw away my thoughts, but please continue to heat up the battle of the Union versus Liberation Army." So yeah, they made changes for convenience, and I guess it's only for their convenience, because I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to this shit, I'm gonna stand very firm, 10 toes down. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you changing My Villain Academia? I seen this meme. It was a great fucking video, a skit of somebody saying, like, the staff over at Bones saying, well, what are we gonna change for the anime? And the other person saying, we don't need to change anything. It's perfect the way it is. And that is so fucking true. The blueprint is right there. The manga's right there. The greatness is right there. Why the fuck are you changing? Oh, I don't give a fuck when it comes to, like, come on, man, the art, the great storytelling, all of that shit. Why are we sacrificing it just to make changes for convenience? Whose fucking convenience is it? Your pockets? And there's my TED Talk. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm very, very bummed at the changes that they made and how they've just basically relegated My Villain Academia to the end to just kind of hype up like we're ending on a... No, My Villain Academia should have been treated with more care and respect. It shouldn't have been skipped. If anything, should have been extended. That fucking boring ass Class 1A versus 1B bullshit should have been relegated to a small amount of episodes, and My Villain Academia should have been extended. I said what I said. Drop the mic. I'd drop it if I could. Oh, the heat coming from this, but whatever. YOLO. And yeah, people, that's the latest news on the My Hero Academia anime. Next up, just a couple of small pieces of One Piece news. For starters, the One Piece X Kibo Space Broadcasting Station special live stream is up and scheduled for September 3rd. So I guess again, it's like some One Piece space crossover thing, which I ain't gonna lie, the astronaut looks ridiculously photoshopped into that whole suit. That's hilarious. But then also we got some One Piece shorts. It says One Piece We Are One will be premiering on August 30th via YouTube with its first short titled Scene 1, Kigyoka Waratu Hen. This first short will be starring Kengo Kora, Win Morisaki, Shuntaro Yanagi, and Kenichi Takito, which I have no idea what the heck is going on with these One Piece shorts. Maybe it's going to be the actors acting like the characters, or I really don't know what the heck they're going to be doing with this. Maybe it'll be something interesting. And another thing regarding One Piece, regarding that whole Vivi's adventure that's being drawn by the former author of Nisekoi, or the author of Nisekoi, alongside Vivi's adventure by Naoshi Komi in issue number 39, 2 more One Piece spin-off chapters will be published in issue 40 and 41. There will be Shokugeki no Sanji's 4th chapter and a special chapter by One Piece Gakuen Sohei Koji. So there'll be more of those One Piece spin-off chapters, and and I want to say it's been confirmed that they will be handled also by the author of Nisekoi Naoshi Komi, so you can expect that. But regardless of what, looking forward to more One Piece, baby. One Piece is greatness. Next up, I just wanted to clear something up because a couple of days ago, as of the recording of this video anyway, Jump Carnival was done. It was a small little festival, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think anything big came from it, but a lot of people are hyping out like, yo, is it gonna be like Jump Festa? And it had a really cool poster here. It got Deku, Yuji, Luffy, Asta, and Senku, but I don't think anything big came from this, if I'm not mistaken. This was probably just like promotional stuff of like, hey, we got new merch and all this shit, but nothing like a big, movie announcement or a new anime or this is getting greenlit. I think it was just like something fun that they did over there. So yeah, there wasn't anything to my knowledge again that came out of it. So if you were expecting like, oh my god, it's gonna be like Jump Festa, yeah, it wasn't anything cool, but hey, we got a cool poster out of it. Why not? Okay, moving forward, something that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. Y'all know I've been hyping it up for 2 years now that I had a manga in the works, The Evolution of Autumn Walters. Well, chapter 1 of it is now out. It is exclusive at the moment to the Noir Caesar app. I got a little instruction video that I'm about to play after I finish talking right here that'll let you know how you can go read it for free. If you do get a chance to check it out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Any feedback is welcome. And yeah, I put a lot of time into this one. The first chapter is finally out. We're aiming for a monthly release schedule for it. Hopefully we could keep to that, but yeah, a lot of passion and love was put into this one. A lot of who I am was put into this one. So I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, here's an instruction video on how to be able to read it. It's very simple. Yo, what's going on, everyone? So I wanted to let you know that the first chapter of my debut manga, The Evolution of Autumn Walters, is now out. If you want to read it for free, download the Noir Caesar app, quickly create an account, go to the Explore, look up ForneverWorld, and boom, right there, chapter 1, you can read it for free in its entirety. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, it's finally time, people. We're here. Big news for Attack on Titan anime. Apparently, the Attack on Titan anime, the final season begins next year. According to this, it says Attack on Titan final season part 2 is scheduled for January of 2022. So they're gonna wrap this bad boy up starting the beginning of next year, which I thought it would have been December, similar to how they did last one, but I guess they're taking like a little bit longer than that, which it's totally fine. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, to be honest with you. Like, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Because I love Attack on Titan. I've loved Attack on Titan for, what is it, 8 years, going on 9 years now, right? Like, I want to say it was either 2012 or 2013 that I read the first volume and I really fell in love with it. Probably 2012, and then 2013 the anime came out. But either way, I fell in love with the story, all of that jazz, loved the anime. But because I was soured to the ending of the manga, I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy the ride for what it's worth, but yeah, I'm gonna put my expectations really low about any type of changes. And regardless, I'm gonna try my best to just somewhat enjoy, because again, I was not a fan of the ending of how Attack on Titan's manga ended. Maybe the anime could change my opinion on it, because like I said, I was going to reserve the right to update my opinion if the anime maybe makes it more palatable, because again, I just was very unsatisfied with the ending of Attack on Titan. But come January, we're going to get the final set of episodes, and hopefully it's dope. Hopefully they do a great job. I believe, again, it's going to be done by Studio Mappa, the same people that handled the first half of episodes. And yeah, I'm still kind of looking forward to it. It's just like I said, bittersweet. Moving forward, we got the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. For starters, we got the author of Marshall, Hajime Komodo. He said, "Rock, paper, scissors. What should I make? What should I make? Paper with the right, paper with the left. Hokuto Gosho Ha." I have no idea why the hell is he doing rock, paper, scissors, and is he talking about Hokuto no Ken? Like, I don't know. Shoutouts to Hajime Komodo, though. Marshall on fire lately. Then moving forward, we got Kohei Horikoshi from My Hero Academia. He said, "Seeing people read Jump in the store still makes me nervous. This time they were reading Black Clover." Why did he say that? Is it because like they're reading it for free? I wonder why he said that. And the fact that they were reading Black Clover, like, is he hating that they're reading on, they're reading some Black Clover, they're reading some Tabata, or is he trying to stand up for Tabata? I don't know how to take that one. You guys let me know. What do you got take from that? Horikoshi saying that seeing people read Jump in the store still makes him feel nervous. This time they were reading Black Clover. Maybe it's just an observation. Maybe I'm looking deeper than it is, and it was just he was at a store and he saw some people reading Jump and it made him nervous because like, you're supposed to pay for it, and he saw them reading Black Clover. I don't know. It's kind of random. Then Gege Akutami, the author of Jujutsu Kaisen, said, they have small and regular size masks, but I don't see anyone selling the large size. Is my face just huge? Nah, you just got huge wins, fam. That's all. You built different. That's it. That's all, Gege. Don't worry. Then we got Yuki Kawaguchi, author of the Hunters Guild Red Hood, said, I'm in Tokyo now, so I've been ordering takeout from all the restaurant chains that aren't in Kumamoto. I want to say something real quick, right? Because I've been hearing rumors. I want to say it's somebody that deals with Shonen Jump, if I'm not mistaken, on Twitter, was tweeting that it's not looking great for the Hunters Guild Red Hood because the amount of colored pages that they do usually means like whether it's going to stick around or not. And because the Hunters Guild hasn't been getting colored pages, that's a bad sign that it might not last that long. And if that's the case, I'm going to be so upset because this shit is so good. Chapter 7 was amazing. 7 chapters and we're getting plot twists. But then that also makes me think, wait, if we're getting big plot twists this early in, could be because they already know that they're getting the axe, or they're trying to spice things up so that they don't get the axe, which, my God, man, this could be big. This is really, really good. Like, this shit, 7 chapters in, and I am very highly invested. Please, Shonen Jump, you just made the mistake of canceling Phantom Seer, and that shit was selling pretty well. I think Volume 1 coming out and the sales of Volume 1 might play a big factor on whether or not this sticks around, but Japanese readers, if you are hearing me, fucking support Hunters Guild Red Hood. It is so good already, and it's from the former assistant of Horikoshi, My Hero Academia. Don't let this one go to the wayside and get wasted out, because this shit is really, really good. I am loving it. Velo for the win. We gotta stand Velo. Come on, people. Fan the flames. Hunters Guild Red Hood is awesome. I'm rooting for you, Yuki Kawaguchi. I'm rooting. Yoshifumi Tozuka, author of Undead Unluck, said, I received Swordsman Zeta as a birthday gift from Honda-san. Now I have the complete set of August Knights. Yay. Yuto Suzuki, author of Sakamoto Days, said, if I'm tired, I can eat ramen noodles even if I'm not hungry. It's so good when served cold. I've had a lot of ramen noodles in my day. I think I'm good. I'd probably still eat the shit out of some ramen noodles. I go a lot. Eiichiro Oda, creator of One Piece, said, one of my staff members gets really emotional over sports. Seeing people doing their best really energizes you, doesn't it? Yeah, and I think that's cool, but I also think it's dope how, like, anime fans, like, when, let's just say, for example, Dragon Ball Super was going on in the Tournament of Power, how we all be screaming, get him, kick Jiren's ass. That is really awesome to get energized too, and I wish more people would, like, be, I don't want to say accepting, but maybe accepting of, like, yeah, the same way motherfuckers will go scream about an NBA game or a football game, and, that's all normalized and shit. Allow people to fan the fuck out over, like, screaming when a episode is on of anime and not looked at as, like, a weirdo. Like, you're screaming about cartoons. I mean, we're almost there. Anime is damn near close to being, like, a social norm at this point, but we're just a little bit more to the point where people will leave you the fuck alone if you're screaming about an anime fight or some shit. Yusei Matsui, author of The Elusive Samurai, said, when your only options are yes or later, it doesn't feel like you really have much of a choice. That's true. Boichi, artist of Dr. Stone, said, I'm so happy about Dr. Stone wristwatches that are now available. I haven't been this excited since the Kohaku figure. That's really dope to be a fan of your own shit, and when the merchandise comes out, be excited. That's dope. Author of Black Clover, Yuki Tabata, said, my elementary school friend, whose birthday is one day off from mine, still sends me a birthday message every year. Makes me smile every time. That's really dope, if you get a friend when you're young and you keep them around for a while, it could be a great, everlasting friendship. I know I sound corny as shit saying that, but it's the truth. And yeah, people, that's the comments I wanted to cover today on the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. Shout outs to all those authors. And again, Hunters Guild Red Hood, support that shit. It does not deserve to get canned, and I will be very, very upset if it does. Okay, moving forward, you may remember, I want to say it was sometime last year, I covered that there was a manga coming out about a rooster. About a rooster that was like a superhero. It was like My Hero Academia if Deku was a cock. But yeah. According to this, it says, Niwatori Fighter by Shu Sakuratani was planned for 3 volumes, but given the success, the series could make a total of 5 or 6 volumes. And there was a French release for the Rooster manga recently, so it was only going to be 3 volumes, and it looks like it's getting double the length because it's just really successful about this hench-ass fucking superhero of a rooster. Like... Only in anime and manga will you make a really awesome story about a superhero rooster. Like, where the fuck they do that at in anime and manga, okay? It's gonna be hilarious if this shit gets, like, an adaptation of some sort. Like, imagine they get an anime film about this fucking rooster and it actually explodes. Like, yo, y'all seen that rooster shit? Yo, that shit is fire, like a fucking buff cock. And lastly, people, we got our first real look at the Cowboy Bebop live action. We got the characters in costume, the actors in costume, and it ain't looking that bad. A lot of people were worried, but it looks kind of good. Article courtesy of Anime News Network. It says Netflix's live-action Cowboy Bebop show unveils cast photos. Netflix announced on Monday that its live-action adaptation of Sunrise's Cowboy Bebop anime will premiere on November 19th. The company posted photos of the cast members as their characters, seen below from left to right. John Cho as Spike, Mustafa Shakir as Jet, and Daniela Pineda as Faye. And I ain't gonna lie, looking at them in costume, they look great. Like this first image of them on the couch, oh my god, Faye, whoa, Faye. Then the next one, Spike. Like, they look phenomenal, man. Shout outs to them. And shout outs to the brother playing Jet. Like, this looks really good. I think that they may have done this because I've noticed this has been a tactic recently too, of lowering expectations and then kind of wowing people. Like, they put out that little bit of a press release and all that shit, and a lot of people are like, oh, it looks shit, what's going on here? And then they come with this to wow people. Similar to like how, remember Sonic had that first trailer and Sonic looked like shit, and then they put out the next trailer and he looked great. Maybe that was the attempt. Maybe that's what they did because they know anime and manga fans are very, very picky about live action adaptations. Let's like lower their expectations so that they think it's going to be trash and then go boom, look how awesome this shit looks. So I'm looking forward to it. In November I will be marathoning on Netflix. God damn it, Netflix, you're never gonna let me cancel my subscription with you, are you? And yeah, people, those are all the stories we have for today's episode. Curious what you guys think. Chainsaw Man director needing new animators, your thoughts on that? Weekly Shonen magazine author comments, shout outs to all those authors. Dandadan getting hit with English release on the Manga Plus app. Blue Lock total sales, Black Lagoon, Kaiju number 8, all tearing it up. Boruto spoilers for the episodes alongside the manga, the Ishiki design. Jump Festa 2022, you hype for that? The top 50 selling manga of the week. 1000 Days No Hunter x Hunter. Pain. The Shonen Jump reality show winner, the Demon Slayer anime Saving Physical anime releases in 2021, My Hero Academia teaser, and the staff member that talked about the changes of My Villain Academia, the One Piece We Are One shorts and all of the small One Piece news we had, Jump Carnival, again, it wasn't anything. The Evolution of Autumn Walters, my manga, again, go check it out if you can. The Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 anime release date, Weekly Shonen Jump author comments, the Rooster manga, and the Cowboy Bebop live action first look and info, and your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of ForneverNews. Have an awesome day.